Okay. New bike. We're gonna go get us some ethanol-free fuel. I just traded my bike in yesterday for this thing. They did not, what's the word? Fill up the gas tank for me. It died at me at the first light. And then you have to shift like you're in a Fast and Furious movie. There's only 5 gears, but if you want to go 30, you're going to go through all 5 of them. See what I mean? Oh my god. Oh, I've got 11 miles on my odometer. Brand hammer new, but I can actually motovlog now because my bike isn't too loud. This is fantastic. Why did I get a small bike? Why did I trade that big beast in? Because I still have a lot of health problems after my surgery, and I just can't muscle around the bigger bike. I can't. And that's not fair to the bike, and it's not fair to me. It was too hard on me. Like I couldn't push the bike. Like I couldn't get off the bike and physically push it. Oh, it's so pretty. Look, it's so pretty. Hello, flowers. Hello. Hi, flowers. Oh, that is 5th gear. Yep, nope, that's 5th gear. So now it sounds like I'm killing it because I'm going 40. Surely there's a 5th. Nope, that's it. That's top gear. I'm giving it all she got, sir. 'Cause we're at warp 9.9. So it's not a fast bike, but I can actually handle it, and it allows me to keep riding. I could never really ride my other one. And because I couldn't, it was a very stiff suspension, and it was heavy, and it was fast. I mean, once I got moving, it was fine, but like in traffic, when I had to stop and start, or if I ever had to back it out of somewhere, like get off the bike and move it, I couldn't. And that's not, I couldn't load it in my van anymore. I couldn't, I just couldn't, it was too much. I had major abdominal surgery, and I have a long way to go in recovery, so I couldn't do it. So I traded it in on a 2019 Yamaha TW200. So I went from like 700cc parallel twin, you know, cross plane crank, blah 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 blah, zippy, all the power right there when you wanted it. But really, I did not like the brakes on the FZ-07. I thought they were spongy and weak, and even flushing them didn't help. They just were kind of crappy brakes for the weight of the bike. And I've read other reviews where people complained about the brakes on the TW200, or not on that, on the FZ-07. So I know I was not alone in my assessment of the braking abilities of that bike. So then I thought, okay, well, I had all that power, but I didn't really like to get into it because I didn't feel like if I had to panic brake, I could. It also felt like the ABS was way too sensitive, and it would kick on way before I would want it to. Like, I was like, yeah, I know it's going to lock the tire a little bit. I'm okay with that right now. Like, this isn't my first rodeo. And so that was kind of annoying, having to play with the thingy, play with the brakes. Like, I had to try to, I just didn't like it. I didn't like the braking on the FZ-07, and I didn't like the handling. Even before I switched to the knobby tires obviously contributed to this, but even when I had the stock tires, under hard acceleration, it would get this terrible head shake. And if you tried hard cornering, it would just feel uneven and unsteady. Now, part of the problem is I'm only like 100 pounds soaking wet. So that's obviously, the bike is designed for a much heavier rider than that. Probably, I'm guessing, around 160 or so, like most bikes, most mid-range bikes, you know. So I was just way too light for that bike, which made the suspension very stiff. But you combine that and then the braking, and I never felt like on that bike, I never felt connected to it. I felt like I was using it, but I didn't feel like I was a part of it. And I like bikes where it feels like it's an extension of me, you know? Where you get on it and it just feels intuitive. And that's how this is. Like, see these crazy potholes here? I don't have to worry about them. What pothole? I didn't go over those, but I went between them. But, I mean, if I hit it, it wouldn't be the end of the world, whereas that would be the end of the world on the FC. Because that pothole's about 6 inches deep. This is like a glorified scooter. It's like a scooter with that's with a manual shift and off-road capabilities. And, you know, that's really more all I can do right now. And it's going to probably be a long time before I'm more comfortable on a bigger bike. Not that when it comes to actually riding one, yes, I have the skills to power one, but I don't, like, to actually pilot it is fine, but that doesn't, you know, you're not at the track where, you know, you can get it all set up and then get on and go, and you don't have to stop till you get back to the pits. It's not like that. Traffic stuff comes up, you know. Wow, that is a bitch-ass horn. What the Hello! Please don't pull out in front of me! Alright, now we're sitting. I love sitting at a train when I'm about to run out of gas. This is fun. Guess we'll put it in neutral. So, anyway, I'm loving this so far. I'm loving the braking is better. Well, obviously, the bike weighs, with a full tank of gas, 278 pounds. That's it. It weighs nothing. It seems like it's idling high. Now my choke is off. Okay. I can adjust the idle later. Of course, we're still having cold mornings. I probably don't want to. I don't think you ever saw me. Nope. Ha, surprise, I saw you. Glad one of us is paying attention. You learn to do that on a bike, don't you? And you can tell, oh, they're not going to even see me. They're going to go ahead and pull out, and they're going to be surprised. Yep. Okay, let's get gas. Premium non-ethanol. $3. Highway robbery. 2-gallon tank, so we'll see how empty they left me with this thing. I think I was running on fumes. Holy cow. No wonder I had to switch to reserve. That was a little fuller than I meant. Okay. 1.7 gallons. Yep. I bet your reserve is a half gallon. Look at this. You can leave it unlocked if you want, but I'm not going to. We'll switch back to on. Always do that for 2 reasons. One, it's not good to constantly draw from the bottom of your gas tank, where all the crap's going to build up, if there is any. And you don't want to keep sucking that through your carburetor. 2, if you don't do it, then when you're put out of gas and you go to switch, oh, you're really out of gas because you were already on reserve. Whereas otherwise you've got that, oh, I ran out of gas, so phew, I got a little bit left. Those are 2 reasons, always, when you fill back up. Unless, like, there's something wrong with your petcock and it leaks, you know, or something where you have to leave it in reserve. If you don't have some mechanical reason to do so, don't. Oh, stupid whistly visor. I swear, this Arai helmet, you know, for what it cost, and it cost like a week's pay, and it's like it's whistles, and the thing gets jammed all the time, and I can't lift my visor. Like, it's like my Shoei was so much better. It didn't fit as well. I have to admit that the shape of this Arai fits my head better, and it is definitely lighter. But that's it. In every other way, I miss my Shoei. But yeah, so skid plate. But the first thing's going to be the chain and the battery, and add a skid plate. And then at some point after the break-in, so in the next several hundred miles, swap out the pipe, you know, get a different exhaust on there, and nothing crazy. And I definitely want something with a spark arrestor, so probably the FMF is probably what I'm going to go with. Super Trap would be fun, but if I ever want to ride the trails, you got to have the spark arrestor and all that. So, and I loved my FMF pipe on my old KLX, so that is what I will do. And what is with KLX being fuel injected finally? Man, if I had the means, meaning I had somewhere to put it, it was way too tall to fit in my garage. I would have gone back to a KLX. I would have bought a 2019 KLX and put supermoto wheels on it. But I didn't have the money for that. This was just a straight trade across with my FZ. And I didn't have the money for that. And then also adding on the wheels. And wheels are expensive, supermoto wheels. But that would be ideal. That's what I'd love to get back to. I'd love to see what they've done now that it's fuel injected, which was my biggest complaint with that bike, was the fuel delivery. Even when it was a stock carburetor, it was gutless. With the aftermarket carburetor, I was constantly fighting with it, trying to get it jetted right. I love the motor. So slap the Custom Craft big bore kit on the new one that's now fuel injected, put a pipe on it, get a tuner for it, supermoto wheels, call it a day. Well, I guess I'd have to get the radiator guards again, the skid plate. I'd have to rebuy all that stuff. But man, that bike was a dream. But this one, I'm having a blast. On my test ride, I went up one of these areas was a real sandy, deep hill, and the bike just pulled right up the sandy, deep hill. Like, I'm not going fast. It's a 196cc air-cooled single cam, two valves, one valve in or one valve out. I mean, it is a very, very basic bike. No cooling system. No, I don't even have disc brakes in the rear. It's a drum brake rear. I mean, this bike, it's carbureted. It has a standard battery, a standard chain. They cut some corners, but it's like, it's so low maintenance at the same time. Well, the chain and the battery are going to actually make it more maintenance, which is why I want to change those, and I'm not going to wait till the first service on those two things. Plus, it's harder on your charging system if you've got a shitty battery, so because you're putting a strain on that. So I'm going to definitely want to upgrade those two things. So going with a new battery, upgraded maintenance-free battery, and an O-ring chain. Hey, stay on your side of the road! Rude. Very rude. Where are my llamas at? My llamas were here the other day when I was on my FZ. I need to go talk to those llamas. That would help, wouldn't it? Llamas make everything better. Hi guys! Are you coming over to say hi? Hi! When I was a kid, I got spit on by llamas at camp. Yeah. Hi! How are you? Please don't spit on me. They called me Llama Girl all week at camp because I got spit on. Hi! Whoa, okay. You're so cute. I had oats. I'd feed you, but I don't have any oats. Oh, you're so cute. I don't have anything for you. Hi, there you are. Hi. Oh, you're so cute. Llamas. Comes a guy in a truck. Please don't hit my bike. Alright guys, I'm going to keep riding. It was nice to see you. It's very windy out here. That's a lot of poop. Yeah? I'm not really a llama whisperer. Do you want to come say hi again? Oh, you got an itch? I have a German Shepherd. That's a lot of poop. Wow. Did you do all of that poop? That's a lot. It's probably really good for the grass. Alright. Well, I'm going to keep riding. It was nice to see you. Goodbye, new friends. I'm slightly less stressed now. I mean, how can you be mad at llamas? You can't be mad and have llamas. Oh, here's a fun thing. So people will call and say, so my bike died and then my oil light came on. See that? Because it's checking oil pressure, and two things are happening potentially depending on how your bike is set up. Either correct, there is no oil pressure because there's no oil circulating because the motor's not running. So this is normal. Or the circuit is incomplete. So the light's on because it's not completing the electrical circuit to tell it that the oil, so it can even check because it's not running. So one way or the other, that's only a problem if it comes on while the engine is running. So the more you know. Oh, they didn't like that. I don't blame them. I'm sorry, it's very loud. It's llama scaring loud.